EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Herbert off of play action. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I want to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Down to about the 37. The Raiders at 6-5 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time here with White. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
6-18.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On play action, now Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been real. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Herbert. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. It's complete to Cole. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Keelan Cole, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Charger drive about to get going. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 27 yards. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. From his end zone, here comes Carter. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 27, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And this is caught by Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And again, Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. For Las Vegas, about set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw his Carr. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Chargers 21.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Caught that look for me there, Palmer. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being...
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And it's a fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. In motion right comes Allen. On second and very short, Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 14 yards. And the Chargers put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 28, Raiders 24.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders Colts use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Williams, the man in motion left. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Just win, baby.
Now Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's passed.
No big plays, Brock. Let the paw rush work for you, red exclamation mark.
He's all the way inside the 30.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing his Carr. And this This is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. One final try now for Carr. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the fourth quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a fourth quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the fourth quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.
So for the Chargers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins.